your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. And now to a story that we are proud to bring to you. Her passion for film and television has landed her with a scholarship to pursue a master's degree in the UK. The British High Commission, NASA, announcing that this year's Bahamian Chevening Scholar is none other than our very own Shanice Tron. Our Ramiko Knowles sat with this year's recipient, and he tells us her story is sure to inspire.
Chevening is the UK government's global scholarship program that offers future leaders the unique opportunity to study in the UK. These scholarships are awarded to professionals from all over the world to pursue a one-year master's degree in any subject at any UK university. This year's Bahamian Chevening Scholarship was awarded to Shanice Tron.
The applications opened in August. I think it was August 5th of last year when the applications opened. And it started with, filling out your background, with your work history, your school history, and a very important part of the scholarship applications was these 4 essays that we had to write. And then 2 references. And, I filled out my application, I filled out all the processes, and then you also needed your transcripts as well. So I started making preparations to filling out the application because the deadline was in November. And by early September, I was done with my application.
So she submitted the application and prayed for a favorable response. A few months later, she received an email from the British High Commission Nassau asking her for an interview, which was later cancelled due to COVID-19. But the virus that struck fear in the hearts of many became the fan that flamed her faith.
A big part of Chevening is your interview. So now all I really had to rely on was my application, and I mean, my cumulative GPA, and of course, so many thoughts raced through your mind because other countries were getting to do this interview and I didn't have the opportunity to meet them face to face. And, around March, it was a really heavy time with COVID-19 and I was feeling like discouraged. I thought it was the end of the world and, all these different things, and I really, really just locked into faith.
Extraordinary faith, one might add. Shanae created a vision board and placed her dreams, goals, and aspirations on it. She says that she prayed and reminded God of His word, believing that it would not return to Him void.
I decided to place my vision board on my altar and, reminding God of His promises, write the vision and make it plain. Like whatever you ask for in prayer, believe you had received it. And I really just kept on praying on it. And one of the things I did, like I would have shared, I looked at what a Chevening acceptance letter looked like. I got that off the internet, I put that in Photoshop, I slapped the college logo, I put the college logo that I wanted to go to on there. And I changed the person's name to my name, and I changed the editor's name because the Bible say write the vision and make it plain. And I just started thanking God.
And after months of waiting, praying, and believing God, she received an email just like the one she placed on her vision board, congratulating her for being conditionally selected as the Bahamas Chevening Scholarship Award winner.
I broke down into tears. And first thing I did is I WhatsApped my sisters and I was like, y'all, I'm just crying because I'm really happy right now, really emotional, but a prayer on my prayer altar came to pass. And I showed them the picture of how I had it on the altar and how the email came. And I was just overwhelmed with joy. I was crying. I called my mom and I was like, Mommy, I only crying because I'm happy, but I got the scholarship.
Now in the fall semester, Shanae will pursue her master's degree in film and television at Bournemouth University in the UK. She believes the university is one that will restore Grand Bahamas' economy. She has this message for persons in pursuit of their dreams.
This whole journey started with faith, because this is what I needed to do to get to where I am right now. So, and that's what I really want people to know, it is not where you start, but it's the journey along the way. But the key is starting.
Congratulations, Shanae. Ramiko Knowles, ZNS Network News.
Congratulations, we know you'll make us proud. And as we count down to the 47th anniversary of independence, tonight we will bring you the story of perhaps the country's foremost musical group. Formed in 1973, this group has gained much international recognition, and its music also serving as a promotional tool for the country as a whole. In this report, Jamila Mizik talks with Theophilus Coakley, the mastermind behind the world-famous T-Connection.
Theophilus Coakley, Kirk Coakley, Berkeley Van Bird, Monty Brown, Dave Mackey, and Anthony Flowers form the dynamic Bahamian musical group T-Connection. Inspired by the international success of Raphael Munning's Funky Nassau, Theophilus, affectionately known as T. Coakley, founded T-Connection. The keyboardist and lead vocalist says the group was formed in 1973, but it was not until they performed at the Out Island Bar in the Nassau Beach Hotel in 1974 did he realize they were gaining fans. He talks what it was like to be formed in a newly independent Bahamas.
The fact that we were independent is what inspired me. Because before that, some years ago, I was playing with the great Duke Hanna in Andros at the Lighthouse Club, and this is before Sir Lyndon got elected. It was just the year before, and I remember sitting with him in the restaurant in Lighthouse Club, and I was like maybe 16, 17 years old, and he said, "Yeah, we're gonna win, and we're gonna become independent." He's telling all this stuff, and we want you young guys to do it now. And so that inspired me a lot. So whatever I did, I said I gotta be really great, because so I said I gotta be great.
He says that talk with Sir Lyndon Pinling really inspired him to get where they were, but he says he knew he had to do more. Some of the group's biggest hits include Paradise, Slippin' Away, At Midnight, and Best of My Love. He recalls performing on American Bandstand as one of their biggest moments.
We were in Freeport then, and they said that everybody took the day off to watch that when it was shown. So nobody went to work that day because it was the first time Bahamians were on a show that big, on TV. And so we kind of brought a lot of tourists in there because they kept asking us on American Band, said, "Where you got the clothes from?" And we said, "The International Bazaar." And they said, "Oh, wow, you guys are so cool." And so a lot of people, when they came, they said, "Hey, where's the International Bazaar?" So that was really cool. That was big for us.
T. Coakley says another big accomplishment was appearing on Soul Train and touring with other big groups like the Isley Brothers. Coakley says T-Connection had the biggest record in New York and England with Do What You Want to Do, and recalls the last time they performed as a whole in 2012 before Berkeley passed away. Nowadays, Coakley is freelancing, but he says another T-Connection album is in the works. This independence, his advice to Bahamians is to continue to be proud, push the envelope, and to not be complacent. He attributes T-Connection's success to being different from the other groups.
When we came out and we did Do What You Want to Do, nobody did a percussion break before, and nobody knew what Junkanoo was. So when Tony Flower played the Junkanoo groove in the break, and everybody going crazy in the clubs, they don't know what kind of music that was. And so it's different. Nobody did it before, and so we were the first one to do a percussion break. And so once you're different like that, people are going to take notice.
He says if other groups follow the same trend by being different with top-notch quality, he believes they can be as successful as T-Connection. Jamila Mizik, ZNS Network News.
Won't you take?
That interview via Zoom with Mr. Coakley in his home in California. Don't go away. We'll be right back.